Batteries are going to become a truly massive part of our future, far bigger than most people realize today. Many still do not understand the enormous scale of battery demand that is coming. The shift happening inside Tesla's energy development is no longer an idea or a dream. It is happening right now, physically, on the testing floors of Gigafactory Texas, where test benches run day and night, while Elon Musk's team pushes ahead with what has become the largest energy experiment in Tesla's entire history. His recent statements confirm the first major wave of full production for the Model 2's new aluminum-ion and sodium-ion battery packs. And this update changes everything about the electric vehicle market: the total price, the performance, the durability, the charging speed, and even the entire cost of ownership over many years. If Tesla's internal results prove correct in real-world production, people in America could actually see a sub-$20,000 electric car with a 650-mile range and a 5-minute charging time, powered only by battery cells made inside the United States. That means batteries you can charge in minutes, that last for decades, and that cost far less than today's lithium packs. This is not a future dream. This is the 2026 reality forming right now across Tesla's research and development spaces. On TeslaByte Hub, where the first 100 early watchers follow every internal leak and upcoming production shift, we break down the chemistry, the materials, the cost, and the strategy behind it all. If you want to stay ahead of what is coming, subscribe to TeslaByte Hub and tap the notification bell so you do not miss any updates. The next few months will shape Tesla's entire battery era, and the speed of change will surprise everyone watching. Let us break it down in simple words. A big question many people ask is how Tesla is breaking China's $150 billion battery dominance using materials found inside the United States. Why has it been so hard for Tesla or any American automaker to build a truly affordable electric car? The average cost of a new electric vehicle in the United States is now around $55,000, which is simply too expensive for most people, especially retirees and lower-income families. The root problem is the battery pack. The battery makes up around 40% of the full price of the car. While companies like Ford, GM, and Tesla are building giant gigafactories, the materials and many parts of the supply chain still come from a single major source in China. That company is CATL, the world's biggest battery producer. China holds the lead in mining, refining, processing, cell making, and exporting. This is why Chinese electric vehicle makers can launch ultra-cheap models, while American companies must deal with extra fees, expensive shipping, foreign mining costs, and heavy taxes. Elon Musk wants to escape this trap by removing lithium, cobalt, and nickel from Tesla's future plans and replacing them with cheaper materials that exist in huge supply within the United States. This strategic shift is not just about switching materials. It directly removes China's influence over America's electric vehicle supply chain. China controls around 77% of global lithium refining and more than 60% of lithium-ion cell production. This creates three huge risks for American carmakers. The first risk is extreme price swings. Lithium carbonate once jumped from $15,000 per ton to $80,000 per ton in only 1 year. The second risk is supply problems, as seen during the Shanghai lockdowns in 2022. The third risk is geopolitical pressure. By shifting to aluminum and sodium, Tesla removes all three problems at once. The aluminum route is especially powerful because the United States already has large amounts of aluminum infrastructure that has not been used to its full potential for decades. America has massive bauxite reserves in Arkansas, Texas, and Georgia, which have been mostly quiet since the 1980s, when cheaper foreign aluminum entered the markets. But with new national security concerns and the CHIPS Act prioritizing American production, these reserves are now becoming valuable again. U.S. companies like Alcoa and Century Aluminum are already discussing long-term supply deals with Tesla to reopen old mines and bring new life to older facilities. Aluminum is a material that makes up around 8% of the Earth's crust and can be mined easily inside the United States. America holds more than 300 million tons of bauxite reserves in its southern regions. Using aluminum, Tesla can secure a predictable domestic supply at around $2,500 per ton. With Tesla's independent battery factories in Nevada and Texas, they can handle mining, refining, and production themselves. This is called vertical integration, and it means Tesla controls the full path from raw material to finished battery. With this model, Tesla avoids foreign mining fees, avoids long shipping routes, and avoids expensive import taxes. That means Tesla can build an aluminum battery pack at roughly $2,800 today. And if they scale recycled aluminum, the price could drop to around $2,400 to $2,500 per pack. That is nearly $4,700 cheaper than the cost of today's lithium packs. This alone pushes the Model 2 to a price of about $21,000. With Tesla's typical end-of-year discounts, many people in the United States might actually pay under $20,000 for a brand-new Tesla. Recycling improves the advantage even more. Aluminum recycling requires only around 5% of the energy needed to produce new aluminum from raw bauxite. Tesla's Nevada Gigafactory already runs a closed-loop aluminum recycling system for parts in the Model 3 and Model Y, recovering around 92% of aluminum with purity near 99.8%. When Tesla scales this system for battery electrodes, the material cost could drop to around $800 per ton for recycled aluminum. Experts think that by 2028, Tesla could get 40 to 50% of its aluminum from recycled feedstock. No lithium-based competitor can match this cost structure. Now consider sodium-ion batteries. Sodium is basically salt, and it is more than 1,000 times more abundant than lithium. A ton of sodium carbonate costs around $300, nearly 40 times cheaper than lithium carbonate. With these lower raw material costs, Tesla could produce sodium batteries at around $25 per kilowatt hour, while lithium batteries today cost around $120 per kilowatt hour. This means Tesla could produce a sodium battery pack for around $1,700, making it the cheapest electric vehicle battery pack ever made in the United States. The supply chain for sodium is even better. Nevada's Black Rock Desert and Utah's Bonneville Salt Flats contain an estimated 2 billion tons of sodium-rich brine. These can be extracted using simple methods similar to making table salt, using solar evaporation without heavy chemical treatment. Compass Minerals and Occidental Petroleum already operate sodium extraction facilities in these regions. Tesla's new mineral rights in northwestern Nevada put Gigafactory Nevada extremely close to these sodium sources. This allows Tesla to extract locally, process locally, and manufacture in the same facility. With lithium, even when mined in Nevada, the material must be shipped to China for refining because the United States does not have enough refining capacity. This adds 6 to 8 weeks and around $3,000 to $5,000 in extra cost per ton. Sodium avoids all of that. Aluminum has the advantage of being supported by existing infrastructure, while sodium has the advantage of being almost limitless and simple to extract. Both allow Tesla to avoid foreign control. While other automakers keep placing large orders for lithium from overseas, Tesla is finding ways to cut battery costs by 60 to 70% using aluminum and sodium. Now let us talk about safety and performance. Many drivers still worry about electric vehicle fires. Lithium-ion batteries use flammable liquid electrolytes that ignite when heated to around 140 degrees Fahrenheit. When a lithium cell reaches thermal runaway, temperatures inside the cell can hit 1,100 degrees Fahrenheit and create a chain reaction that can spread to neighboring cells in seconds. This is why electric vehicle fires sometimes require 3,000 to 8,000 gallons of water and many hours to extinguish. Aluminum-ion cells solve this problem because they use ionic liquid electrolytes that are basically molten salts, which do not burn. They remain stable even when punctured or heated to around 500 degrees Fahrenheit. In 2024, NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory tested this chemistry and confirmed that it is safe even for spacecraft, which operate under extreme heat and pressure. Sodium-ion batteries are even more stable. They use solid-state Prussian white cathodes that remain stable up to around 1,110 degrees Fahrenheit. Unlike lithium cobalt oxide, they do not release oxygen when overheated, which means they cannot fuel their own fires. In nail penetration tests in China, CATL's sodium-ion cells did not burn or explode. But what about range and charging speed? Tesla's aluminum battery technology now reaches around 300 watt-hours per kilogram in real-world tests, a major jump from earlier numbers. This allows the Model 2 to reach around 650 miles on a single charge, which is roughly double the range of today's standard Model 3. The lifespan of these batteries is also incredible. Internal leaks suggest aluminum batteries can handle up to 12,000 full charging cycles, with less than 3% loss after 9,500 cycles. They also charge extremely fast, around 5 to 10 minutes for a full charge on Tesla's supercharger network. Sodium-ion batteries do not reach the same performance level, but they are still better than lithium in many ways. Sodium batteries reach around 160 to 190 watt-hours per kilogram, which offers around 300 to 350 miles of driving range. They also last around 9,000 cycles, with around 90% capacity remaining after around 6,700 cycles. Sodium batteries work well in both freezing cold and extreme heat. They can charge at -20 degrees Celsius with 93% efficiency and lose less than 10% performance above 60 degrees Celsius. This makes them good for people living in harsh climates. Some drivers want maximum range and ultra-fast charging, and aluminum batteries are best for that. Others want stable performance in all weather at the lowest price, and sodium batteries are perfect for that. Now let us look at how Tesla moved from early research to near production in such a short time. Many researchers said aluminum and sodium batteries would need 5 years to move from the lab to commercial vehicles. Toyota and BMW planned around 2026 to 2028. Tesla moved faster than anyone expected because they rewrote the entire research and manufacturing process. From 2024 to 2025, Tesla spent more than $7.5 billion each year on battery development and worked directly with CATL, Panasonic, and Argonne National Laboratory. Unlike traditional companies that need 2 to 3 years to move from prototype to pilot line, Tesla does it in 5 to 7 months. They use a design-to-production process, where the research labs and the Gigafactory use the same digital system. As soon as a new battery design works in the lab, Tesla can copy it into the pilot production line immediately. No long approvals, no slow corporate systems. This allows Tesla to move from concept to working prototypes in about 15 months. By the third quarter of 2025, the first Model 2 prototypes with aluminum-ion batteries completed their final testing. Mass production begins in November 2025 at Gigafactory, Texas, with enough output to produce more than 2 million cars. This means the aluminum battery Model 2 will launch in the first quarter of 2026. Sodium-ion will follow later after Tesla solves the purity problems in the Prussian white cathode. Tesla is already building a closed-loop sodium synthesis line in Nevada. Sodium field tests will finish in January 2026. Pilot production begins in March 2026, and the first sodium Model 2 versions will launch in mid-2026. Tesla's battery shift is not a faraway dream. It is happening right now while other automakers still sign lithium contracts with Chinese firms for 2028. The only question is whether you will be one of the first people to drive this new generation of electric vehicles.